For nearly 2 weeks of the coaching carousel, Bill Belichick's name barely surfaced. In a cycle filled with rumors, leaks, and speculation, one of the most accomplished coaches in football history was oddly absent from the conversation. That silence has now been broken, though not in the way many expected. Belichick is set to appear as a guest analyst on ACC Network coverage of the national championship game between Indiana and Miami, played at Hard Rock Stadium. It is a familiar but still striking sight, the famously guarded coach stepping into the media spotlight once again, discussing the game rather than shaping it from the sideline. His first season as a college head coach at North Carolina did little to quiet doubts about this unexpected chapter of his career. The Tar Heels struggled throughout the year and finished with a losing record, falling well short of expectations. The adjustment to recruiting, college locker rooms, and a very different football ecosystem proved challenging for a coach whose legend was built in the professional ranks. Meanwhile, the NFL continues to move on without him. Despite multiple current head coaching vacancies, Belichick has not been publicly connected to any of them. There have been no reports of teams conducting background research, no quiet feelers, and no whispers of serious interest. For a coach who once dominated the league for more than 2 decades in New England, the absence is telling. Many around the league still believe Belichick harbors a desire to return to the NFL to chase Don Shula's all-time wins record. That pursuit, however, appears increasingly distant. Across several hiring cycles, his interest has resulted in only a single interview, and even that opportunity came years ago. Since then, doors that once would have flown open have remained firmly closed. At this point, it feels less like a pause and more like an ending. Belichick's time in the NFL, at least as a head coach, may already be behind him. The more immediate question is whether his college experiment can stabilize enough to justify continuing beyond another season. A strong rebound year could reignite belief in his adaptability. Another disappointing one could quietly close the book on his coaching career altogether. In the meantime, Belichick has found a familiar interim role. During his year away from coaching, he accepted a wide range of media appearances, offering analysis, commentary, and insight in settings he once openly dismissed. It was a surprising shift for someone who long treated the media as an inconvenience rather than a platform. Now, he will once again break down schemes and tendencies on national television, collecting a paycheck to talk about football instead of controlling it. For a man who once defined the sport at its highest level, it is a strange but revealing moment. Until another opportunity presents itself, Bill Belichick remains on the outside looking in, analyzing a game he once ruled.